Have you ever stepped into the shower on a cold morning, turned the handle all the way to hot, and felt that instant relief, like every bit of tension just melted away? I know that feeling. At our age, that warmth feels like comfort itself. It loosens stiff joints, soothes sore muscles, and quiets the mind after a long day. But here's the truth I've seen again and again over the years. That same comforting heat, the one that feels like it's helping, is often quietly doing harm. I remember one of my patients, Martha, a 67-year-old woman who once told me, "Doctor, I can't start my day without a really hot shower." A few months later, she came back complaining about itchy, red, dry skin and dizzy spells right after bathing. Her blood pressure was dropping every time she stepped out of that hot shower. See, what happens is simple science. Hot water makes your blood vessels expand too quickly, causing your blood pressure to fall, sometimes dangerously low, especially for those of us over 50. It also strips away the natural oils that protect and hydrate your skin, leaving it dry, fragile, and prone to irritation. And while it may feel relaxing, the heat actually makes your heart work harder as it tries to cool the body down. Now, I'm not telling you to jump into a cold shower every morning. But imagine this instead. You step under warm, gentle water, not scalding, just comfortably warm. You breathe deeply. Feel your body relax. And when you step out, your skin feels soft, your head is clear, your heartbeat steady. That's balance. That's what true comfort feels like. Taking a shower isn't just about washing your body. It's a moment of care, a small act of kindness to yourself. And sometimes, self-care isn't about more heat, more comfort, more intensity. It's about knowing when enough is just right. So, next time you turn that shower knob, ask yourself, am I chasing comfort, or am I taking care of myself? Before you turn on that shower each morning, I want to ask you something simple. Do you ever take a moment to notice how your body feels? Not just your mood, but your heartbeat, your breathing, maybe that little lightheaded feeling when you stand up too quickly? Most people don't. We've all been taught to jump right into the day, to get moving, get clean, get going. But as we get older, that one small moment of awareness can mean the difference between a peaceful shower and a dangerous fall. I remember one of my longtime patients, Robert, 72 years old, strong, independent, still fixing things around the house. One morning he stepped into the shower, felt a wave of dizziness, and before he could grab the rail, he blacked out. He woke up in the hospital with a fractured collarbone. It wasn't a heart attack. It wasn't anything dramatic. It was low blood pressure, a gentle thief that quietly sneaks up on you when you least expect it. You see, as we age, our blood pressure tends to fluctuate more, and our reflexes slow down. When we stand up quickly or step into a hot shower, the sudden drop in blood pressure can make us feel faint, even if we're perfectly healthy otherwise. Add warm steam, lower oxygen in the bathroom, and slick tile underfoot, and it becomes a perfect storm. That's why I always tell my patients, before every shower, pause. Sit for a moment on the edge of the bed. Take a few slow breaths. If you feel dizzy, weak, or your vision blurs, that's your body talking. Listen to it. Sometimes it helps to check your blood pressure before showering, especially if you're on medication for hypertension or heart disease. It's such a simple habit, but it can protect your independence and your life, because one fall can change everything: your confidence, your mobility, your sense of freedom. So next time, before you step under that water, give yourself those 30 seconds. Let your body catch up with your mind. That tiny moment of care could be the most important part of your day. I want you to think back for a moment. Do you remember how good it used to feel? That squeaky clean sensation after a long shower? The thick lather, the strong scent that lingered on your skin for hours? We grew up believing that the more bubbles and fragrance, the cleaner we were. But here's something few people realize, especially after 60. That kind of clean can quietly harm your skin more than help it. One of my patients, Linda, a lovely 70-year-old woman, once told me, "Doctor, I've used this jasmine-scented soap for over 20 years. I just love the smell. It makes me feel fresh all day." But over time, she noticed her arms and legs becoming dry, itchy, and sometimes even cracked. She thought it was just part of aging. It wasn't. The real culprit was sitting right there in her shower caddy, her favorite fragrant soap. You see, as we age, our skin loses natural oils and becomes much thinner. Those strong soaps, the ones filled with sulfates, alcohol, and synthetic fragrances, strip away the skin's protective barrier. It's like washing silk with boiling water and bleach. You might think it's clean, but the fibers weaken, fade, and tear over time. And the same happens to your skin. When that natural barrier breaks down, it leaves behind tiny cracks, invisible to the eye, but wide open for bacteria and infection to slip in. For older adults, especially those with diabetes or poor circulation, that can turn a small irritation into a wound that takes weeks to heal. Science backs this up. Dermatologists have found that overly harsh or perfumed soaps damage the skin's microbiome, that thin, living layer of good bacteria that keeps inflammation away. When that balance is lost, dryness, rashes, and fungal infections often follow. So here's what I tell my patients. Choose gentle, fragrance-free cleansers, made with ingredients like oatmeal, glycerin, or almond oil. They clean just as well, but with kindness. Because true cleanliness isn't about how strongly you smell after a shower. It's about how healthy, soft, and resilient your skin feels long after you've dried off. Fragrance fades. Healthy skin stays. Here's something I've noticed after decades as a doctor. Most of us either shower too often or not often enough, and both can quietly harm your health. I once treated 2 patients who showed me this truth perfectly. Helen, 79, loved her long, steaming showers. She said it was her favorite part of the day, my little escape. But after one winter, her legs became so dry they began to crack and bleed. She was shocked when I told her the showers she loved were the very thing damaging her skin. Then there was John, 82, who avoided showers out of fear of slipping. He went days, sometimes a week, without bathing. Over time, he developed painful red patches on his back, small infections caused by bacteria and sweat trapped under the skin. 2 different habits. Same problem. Imbalance. After 60, our skin and body respond differently. Daily hot showers strip away the natural oils that keep our skin soft and protected. But skipping too many days lets bacteria, sweat, and dead skin build up, leading to odor, itching, and infections. So, what's the right rhythm? For most older adults, every other day or 2 to 3 times a week is ideal, with warm, not hot, water and a gentle, fragrance-free soap. On the days you don't shower, you can still stay fresh by washing key areas, underarms, groin, and feet, with a soft cloth and warm water. It's not about being perfect. It's about listening to your body, what your skin, your comfort, and your energy are trying to tell you. Because caring for yourself isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters, just enough, in the right way, with kindness. Balance is the quiet secret of healthy aging, even in the simplest things, like how often you shower. I want you to imagine this. It's early morning. You wake up, stretch a little, and head straight for the shower. The floor is cold, the light is dim, and you're still half asleep. You turn on the water, maybe reach for your towel, and suddenly, one small slip changes everything. I've seen this scene play out too many times. People who were otherwise strong, healthy, independent, ending up in the hospital because of one moment of hurry, 1 second of carelessness. My patient Margaret, 76, comes to mind. She slipped in her bathroom one morning and broke her hip. She told me later, "Doctor, I didn't even realize how fast I was moving. I just wanted to get the shower done before my coffee got cold." That one fall took away 6 months of her freedom, rehab, pain, and the fear that came afterward. The truth is, the bathroom can be one of the most dangerous rooms in the house, especially as we age. Our reflexes slow down, our balance isn't what it used to be, and our bones are more fragile. Even a small puddle of water or a soap bottle on the floor can turn into a trap. So, slow down. Keep a non-slip mat inside and outside your shower. Install grab bars near the tub or toilet. They're not a sign of weakness, they're tools of wisdom. Make sure the lighting is bright and the floor is dry before you step in. And if you ever feel dizzy, don't rush. Sit down, breathe, wait. I often tell my patients, you don't have to prove how strong you are by rushing through the day. True strength is in knowing when to pause, because sometimes safety isn't about doing more, it's about moving slower, with care, and respecting the body that has carried you through all these years.
Let me ask you something. When was the last time you treated your shower as more than just another task? Most of us step in, scrub fast, rinse, and rush out, like it's a duty, not a moment of joy. But what if I told you that a simple shower can become a form of quiet healing? Not just for your body, but for your mind. I once told a 68-year-old patient of mine, try to think of your shower as a small meditation. She laughed at first, but a few weeks later, she returned and said, "Doctor, I never realized how peaceful it could feel, just standing under warm water, breathing slowly." You see, when we slow down, when we let the water flow gently over our shoulders and pay attention to the warmth, the sound, the rhythm, something beautiful happens. Our parasympathetic nervous system turns on, calming the heart, lowering blood pressure, and easing tension. Science shows that even a 10-minute mindful shower can reduce stress hormones like cortisol and help you feel lighter, calmer, more present. So, here's what I suggest. Turn off the TV. Leave your phone outside. Play a little soft music or let the silence speak. As the water flows, imagine it washing away the worries of yesterday, the stress, the noise, the fatigue. Let each drop remind you that you are here, alive, and deserving of rest. An old mentor of mine once said, "The human body is the home of the soul." When you bathe, you're not just cleaning the house, you're tending to the spirit that lives inside. So, don't rush your shower. Let it become your small daily ritual of peace, a moment where the world pauses and you remember to care for the one person who needs it most, yourself. Let me tell you a little secret, something so small that most people overlook it, yet it makes all the difference for your skin after 60. It's not about expensive creams or fancy brands. It's about timing. The first 2 minutes after you step out of the shower. You see, most people think the shower ends when they towel off. But in truth, those first 2 minutes are what dermatologists call the golden window for your skin. Right then, your pores are still open, your skin slightly damp, and perfectly ready to absorb moisture. If you apply lotion immediately, you seal in the natural hydration your skin just received. Wait too long, and that precious moisture evaporates, leaving your skin dry, tight, and fragile. I remember a patient of mine, Henry, 76 years old. He struggled with cracked, itchy skin every winter. He tried switching soaps, changing diets. Nothing worked. Then I told him, "Henry, just try applying moisturizer within 2 minutes after your shower." He laughed, but weeks later he came back smiling. "Doctor, this is the first winter my skin hasn't felt like sandpaper." The magic isn't in what product you use, but when you use it. Choose a gentle, fragrance-free lotion with ingredients like glycerin, ceramides, or almond oil. Apply it lightly while your skin is still damp. That's when it locks moisture in most effectively. Many people think moisturizing is about beauty, but for older adults, it's a layer of protection, a barrier that prevents infection, cracking, and irritation. So the next time you finish your shower, don't rush to get dressed. Take those 2 minutes for yourself. 2 minutes that can keep your skin stronger, your body more comfortable, and your spirit just a little more at peace. I want you to picture this. It's a cool morning. You turn on the hot water, and soon the bathroom fills with steam, fogging up the mirror. It feels cozy, right? But here's what most people don't realize. That same heavy steam and heat can quietly stress your heart and make you feel lightheaded without warning. Many older adults tell me they love the feeling of a mini sauna in their bathroom. It feels soothing, even cleansing. And that's true, but only in moderation. After 60, our bodies lose the ability to regulate temperature as efficiently as before. When the bathroom gets too hot and steamy, the oxygen in the air drops, forcing your heart to work harder. That's why some people feel dizzy, breathless, or weak right after a hot shower in a closed space. One of my patients, Linda, age 72, used to love her steamy, spa-like showers. Until one morning she stepped out, felt dizzy, and had to grab the wall to keep from falling. Thankfully she was okay, but it scared her. Together we made a few simple changes. Cracked the door open, kept the room mildly warm, and since then she's never felt faint again. Medically speaking, breathing hot air dilates blood vessels in your lungs, increases heart rate, and can lower blood pressure suddenly. Add condensation on the floor, and you have another danger: slipping. As I often tell my patients, your bathroom should be a sanctuary, not a hazard. So here's what I recommend. Keep your bathroom comfortably warm, around 73 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 23 to 25 degrees Celsius. Crack the door or run a fan to let steam escape. Avoid sealing yourself in with heavy humidity, especially when using hot water. And if you ever feel dizzy, sit down right away. When you balance warmth and ventilation, your shower becomes far more pleasant. No more stuffiness, no more fatigue, just calm relaxation. You don't need scalding heat to feel warm. Sometimes, balance itself is the most healing thing we can give our bodies. I often tell my older patients, aging doesn't take away your strength. It just asks you to care for it more mindfully. And one of the easiest ways to do that lies in something you already do every day: taking a shower. It may sound surprising, but hear me out. A shower isn't just about cleansing your body. It can also be a perfect time to practice gentle balance exercises, helping you stay steady and prevent falls, one of the most serious risks for people over 60.
One of my patients, George, 68, once slipped in the shower and broke his hip. After his recovery, I suggested something simple. George, next time you shower, try standing on one leg for a few seconds, as long as you have something sturdy to hold on to. He laughed at first, thought I was joking. But weeks later, he told me, "Doc, I can't believe how much more confident I feel just walking around the house now." You see, balance is something we lose gradually, often without noticing. While washing your face, try lifting your heels slightly off the floor. While rinsing your hair, roll your shoulders slowly or stretch your neck gently. When the water runs down, shift your weight from one foot to the other. It takes just a few seconds a day, but your body begins to remember what stability feels like, retraining your legs to trust the ground beneath them. Of course, safety always comes first. If your shower floor is slippery, use non-slip mats or install grab bars. If you feel weak, start practicing these moves outside the shower first. You don't need to push yourself. What matters is small, consistent effort. Research shows that just 1 to 2 minutes of balance training per day can reduce the risk of falls in older adults by over 30%. No gym, no equipment, just awareness and a few intentional movements. As I always say, health isn't a miracle. It's the quiet result of small, repeated actions, even in the simple act of taking a shower. I want you to imagine this for a moment. Warm water flows down your shoulders. The light is soft. The world feels quiet. You place your hand on your arm, moving slowly, not to wash, but to connect. A shower, sometimes, is the only moment in a busy day when we truly touch our own body with care. And when you add gentle self-massage to that moment, it becomes more than cleansing. It becomes healing. It improves circulation, eases tension, and even helps you sleep better at night. One of my patients, Helen, 74, used to complain that her hands and feet were always cold, especially in winter. I told her, "Helen, during your shower, spend 2 minutes massaging your arms and legs, always moving upward toward your heart." She tried it, and weeks later she told me, "I feel warmer, I sleep better, and somehow I feel more at peace with my body." Science agrees. Gentle massage stimulates blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients to your skin and muscles. It reduces the stress hormone cortisol and boosts endorphins, those natural, feel-good chemicals. For older adults, this simple practice can reduce stiffness, ease joint pain, and even improve balance and mobility. I often guide my patients to start small. Use your fingertips to make slow, circular motions around your shoulders and neck. Stroke upward along your arms and legs toward your heart. Massage your feet gently, where hundreds of nerve endings connect to the rest of your body. You can use a mild body wash or moisturizing oil to make the touch smoother, more soothing. But here's the secret. Don't rush. Massage isn't a chore. It's a quiet conversation between you and your body. Each touch is a way of saying, "I see you. I still care." The shower, when approached with presence, can become a ritual of healing, not just for your skin, but for your soul. Let the water wash away your fatigue. Let your hands bring warmth and life back to every cell. Sometimes, what the body needs most is simply a gentle, caring touch. If today's message touched your heart, take a moment to share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear what habit you'll start changing from now on. And if this kind of gentle wisdom helps you live healthier, don't forget to subscribe so we can walk this journey of aging gracefully together. one day at a time.